So Nikki Haley is having her moment in the sun. I think everybody acknowledges that. She surged to within 4 points of Trump in one poll in New Hampshire. There's another poll where she's about 7 points behind Trump. Remember, Trump has been up like 30, 40 points on people. So for somebody to be within 4 points of him, that's actually kind of a big deal. So New Hampshire's a little bit of a different state. They have like an independent streak, and so they're not just they'll throw a plot twist at you. They're not just gonna go with, who the likely nominee will be. So it looks like they've settled on Nikki Haley. So she's been doing well in those polls. Nationally, though, the polls are still, she's far, far behind. But she's getting a lot more attention now because of this surge. Well, there's a massive problem with Nikki Haley that people don't discuss very much, and that is she's a horrible politician. She's actually terrible. Like, her policies are terrible, but we all know that. But also, she's just not good at being a politician. There's a heavy degree of, like, Kamala-style stuff in her. Like, instantly contradicting herself or saying things that make no sense. So anyway, here's a great example of that here. She's doing some Fox News town hall thing. And look at how quickly her claim crumbles.
So Governor DeSantis is hitting you for claiming the retirement age is, quote, way, way too low. He said, quote, I don't know why she's saying that. So are you saying that? Where do you stand?
I have never once said that.
Well, wait. In Bloomberg interview, you said anyone who says they'll leave America bankrupt, Social Security will go bankrupt, Medicare will, so we don't touch anyone's retirement. But go to people like my kids in their 20s and tell them the rules haven't changed. Change the retirement age to reflect life expectancy.
Yes.
I never said raise the retirement age. Really? Here's a quote where you say, we should raise the retirement age. Yes, I said that. Bro, what? What? I don't... Ugh. Maybe I'm naive, but it used to feel like the truth mattered a little more than it does today, right? Didn't it feel like that there was actual accountability? If a politician instantly contradicted themselves within the span of under a minute, wouldn't people be like, ha ha, that's ridiculous. You're a silly person. You shouldn't even be in politics. Wouldn't that be the reality? I mean, I remember when Howard Dean made a weird noise on the mic when he was running in 2004, and people were like, oh, that's it. He made a weird noise. What a freak. Get out of here. Like, perhaps the bar was too high back then where, like, stuff like that we would weigh when we shouldn't, right? But it used to be, if you say something like this, everybody be like, you're a clown of a person. Nobody should take you seriously. Go away. But now this happens, and, shout out to this person who posted this on Twitter, 1.7 million views. That's actually quite a few views, but, like, this isn't even going to be, this is nothing. She'll just proceed. She won't take a hit in the polls or anything like that. I mean, granted, look, she's up against Trump, and he's got bigger problems than this. But there's not an honest bone in these people's body either, right? Like, I would respect it so much more if she just owned it. Just own it. Yes, I want to cut Social Security. Yes, I want to cut Medicare. Yes, I want to cut Medicaid. Yes. Instead, she does this highfalutin garbage where she tries to cloak it and veil it and, oh, we're not going to touch it at all. We're not going to touch it at all for people right now. But for my kids' generation, maybe we'll have the conversation about reforming, not cutting, but reforming and blah, 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 blah. All of that is a lot of words to say, cut it. And here she is. That's always one of the most interesting things in politics is when you catch somebody with the logical implications of what they call for, they back off of it. But then they proved to her, like, no, this is what you believe, and this is what you said. And then she folded. God damn it, man. By the way, this is how most Republicans should act when you bring up their policies to their faces. Why? Because they're really bad and really unpopular policies, and intuitively people know that. Intuitively people get, hey, stealing money from my grandma and food out of her mouth seems like a bad idea. I'm against that. People get that. And so it puts her in a position where it's like, you either got to admit you have horrible policies or try to weasel your way out of it. At first, she tried to weasel out of it. Then eventually she had to collapse and say, okay, yeah, I did say that. Oh, Nikki Haley. I don't know what it is, man. Everybody running for president, especially on this Republican side, day in and day out. Vivek Ramaswamy, Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley. It's like they humiliate themselves day after day after day after day. And this is just the most recent example. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.